All right. Hi, collective. How you doing? I hope we're doing awesome. If not, I hope it gets better. And know that you're loved and cared for and protected. And you constantly need to affirm good things into your life. Don't know why I said that, but I need to say it. Okay, so this is the channel message that I said and the live last night. So I guess the before this one. There's a message that it needed to come out, it needed to be said. And then it feels like a kind of like a standard or like a boundary for a lot of you. And I think it's righteous. I think the fact that I literally have to go and Spirit, Father God is like, no way, before you go, try to record this and don't leave it for tomorrow. So tomorrow is January 3rd, 2026, and today is January 2nd, 2026. But this is timeless because whoever this is a message for. Okay, 12:20, 12:11, but I saw 12:21 before I started again. I got interrupted because I gotta go. But my box of tarot after meditation, and hey, great that you're doing meditation. The prayers it is working. There's a lot of surfacing, okay? And there's a lot of shadow, a lot going on still, okay? And a lot of things we need to burn from within ourselves. So it's working. I see it's working. I know spirits. Hey, I'm just being obedient, and I need to be obedient because it's like he let me know after prayer this morning and meditating and stuff. I hope you're doing that as an actual habit and write down your gratitude, what you're grateful for every day, even if you don't have much. That means a lot. Just saying. And no, it's not doesn't mean, thank you, Tico, that you have to earn, or you deserve to be here. You're born here for a reason, and you have to believe that every single day. There's forces and energy, really dark energy. They want a lot of you to this and this. They can continue siphoning from you and taking from you. Okay? Never forget that. No matter what happens, you can never forget the intentions of our common enemy. Okay? And this is my reminder for all of you. Father God wanted me to do this in this video, to put it in between. He's giving me all the details of the edit and how I will edit. Our creator Gaia, she is amazing. And that is not the word that I wanted to describe, but it's the most closest, but I cannot. Once you tap in and you believe and you have faith, it's like a humming. It never stops, and it has different vibrations. So a lot of you musicians, good musicians though, can feel this and feel kind of foreign or something. Anyways, I'm going to take some decks that is calling here, but I can't stay too long. But this message needs to be out before tomorrow, and before apparently I forget, because apparently it's one of those Mission Impossible message, and then dissolves after it's delivered and after it's received. So comment, share, save. It could be for someone else other than you. Take what resonates, if it doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Yeah, you just move on with your life. No need to. It's okay. This is specifically for rare people, specifically. But not that I'm excluding anybody. I include everyone. I want everyone to. Is it for you? Okay. If not, you learn a lesson. You learn something that someone's dealing with, someone that has to overcome. You get a little cheat sheet. Yeah, Spirit does that too. Amazing. And it's trying to prove a point. It's you will never be better. AI is never better than me, bitch. And that's what he's using his people, his or hers people. Spirit is omnipresent. What time is it when you're watching this? It's important. Do you hear that burp? That's confirmation. My stomach, I'm okay, good. Some of you continue drinking your water, continue eating. as much as it can healthy. For a lot of you, it's cheaper to buy really toxic, disgusting food right now. And I understand, especially those who are dealing with intense poverty and food insecurity. I'm not alone. I'm here to validate that that is a trauma response that is valid, because the system is violent. That is violence. Attacking you, whipping you, trying to teach you guys a lesson with using food and stuff like that, and your home and shelters and stuff, and your livelihood and everything as a form to keep you controlled and put in place, and it's not right. And you're right to feel that way. And I hope I crack some of that shell, because we need your empathy. It is a superpower. Billionaires are afraid of it. I need you to start using it any possible way, any way that you can, that you know you can. Talk to God, Gaia, ancestors, anything, everything is a life force here. Has a personality. You're not crazy. Start speaking into existence. Give it life. You are life personified here. You have a omnipresent creator that created you for something in this world at this time and moment. And it's big. And your enemies, which by the way is our common enemy, right? Whatever you want to call it, you know it's evil and vile and disgusting. And it's trying to normalize pedophilia. Yeah, it is trying to do that. Rape and all that weird shit. It's wrong. Oppressing women, oppressing things. So yeah, I gotta go, but yeah.
Go to your bank account right now and look at how much money you have. If someone told you that 1% of whatever that money is could end world hunger, end global poverty, would you give away 1% of your money? For example, if you had $1,000, $10 would end poverty for over 700 million people. And I know this sounds like some silly hypothetical to think that 1% of your income could solve these major global problems. This is the reality for billionaires. If all of the world's billionaires contributed 1% of their income, it would be more than enough to eradicate global extreme poverty. It would be more than enough to end global hunger. It would be more than enough to conserve nature and biodiversity. And they could do this and still be billionaires. So if you're someone who always feels the need to defend billionaires for their actions, defend them with how they handle their money, I want you to think about the type of greed you're defending, because it's not the type of greed where someone refuses to give 50, 20, or even 10% of their wealth to solve a major world issue. It's 1%.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do this as fast as I can possibly be and trying to get back into it maybe later. I don't know, but for now I'm trying to use the light that I have because I don't have good lighting, and it's not about that. So it's something about light. Anyways, this was on the channel message of the year cis fans nuns that Richard kissed me. Someone was wondering constantly like who kissed you on New Year's Eve and wishing that it was them. And this is the message where I'm going to discern and clarify some things. 1930 nostalgic winter jazz playlist, cozy vintage jazz vibes. It's something about that, okay? Now, I need to stand up to say this so I can be in a cohesive, clear way. You know what? I'm gonna go to the next video.
Any dumbass that gets on the internet and says,
billionaires worked hard, that's why they have so much money. If you just work hard, you'll be rich.
are you a billionaire? But you work hard. Why aren't you a billionaire? Billionaires aren't billionaires because they worked hard. Hundreds of millions of people work hard every day. They're not billionaires because of their own hard work. They're billionaires from other people's hard work. Other people that they exploit and create profit from. Billionaires don't want you to become a billionaire, and they don't even want you to become comfortable, because guess what? If you're comfortable, they can't exploit you. Because if you're comfortable, you're not going to accept a job paying $16 an hour with 12-hour shifts and no benefits. Billionaires are not your friends. You are just a tiny gear in their massive machine that prints them money.
I see a lot of people in my Instagram and TikTok comments saying, what does Israel have on all these European states that they keep being complicit in this genocide, that they keep supporting the genocide on Gaza? And I want to make something clear to you guys. It is not that Europe falls under Israeli blackmail. It is that Israel is a European project. Zionism was founded in the United Kingdom with European support. This is not a project that you can separate from the European project. And if you're confused about that, let me break it down. So basically, for the European empire to continue operating comfortably, it needs to be able to have certain systems of violence that it can use to stop any form of rebellion, whether external or internal. So what they do is they use Israel as a testing ground where they can send all of their tech, all of their weapons, all of their money to live test on real people, families in Gaza, but also entire surveillance systems. They can test methods of torture. They can test any means of violence necessary to maintain control and order of the European system. Just look at, for example, the prisoners now of Palestine Action. They were imprisoned before Palestine Action was even prescribed a terrorist organization. So they are being held without trial only because they stormed Elbit Systems. Elbit Systems is not a defense organization. Even some of the liberal media are saying, oh, Elbit Systems is a defense contractor. No, it's not. It's an Israeli offensive institution. This is an Israeli arms manufacturer. And why are the Europeans so heavily focused on protecting Elbit? Because Elbit is where they develop and test all of their offensive weapons that they need to go to war against, for example, Burkina Faso or anyone else who would dare rise up and get rid of European colonialism. Elbit Systems is a success because it is able to advertise their weapons as being battleground tested, right? So that means against Palestinians. Palantir, that has this massive surveillance operation in the US and also does a lot of tech for Israel, they're also moving into Europe now. And now the European governments are all adopting these Palantir monitoring systems so that they can keep track of everything we do and say online and offline as well. So yeah, all support to the Palestine prisoners movement in the UK. All support to everyone who is locked up around the world for opposing this genocide.
I think AI will probably, most likely sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies created with serious machine learning.
Don't you just love it when billionaire CEOs just basically come out and say it? They're happy to destroy the planet for profit. In case you didn't know it, that's Sam Altman. He's the CEO of OpenAI, which produces products like ChatGPT and Sora. And he's just voiced the reality that we're all in, that big tech and their billionaire CEOs and owners are happy to literally sacrifice us and the planet for their profits. Just look at the recent decision by OpenAI to relax restrictions on ChatGPT to keep users clicking and paying, despite new data showing a significant proportion of users with mental health concerns. And then there's Google, who's seen its emissions go up by 51% since just 2019. I guess they don't think we need a livable planet. But who cares about little things like that when you get some great companies in return? It's just our planet, people's mental health, the creative industries, everyone's jobs. But why would these tech bros care anyhow? They've got their bunkers to go to when the world goes to shit. And at the end of the day, it's our governments that are enabling them to do this, failing to regulate, to protect workers, to stop their environmental vandalism, to stop their theft of creativity. The failure to act lies with governments. We need an AI Act to protect us from these AI platforms and these tech bros who are literally willing to burn the planet down to line their own pockets. We need AI regulation that works for us, not them.
Authorised by Jay McCall, Australian Greens, Canberra.
I promised myself that this wasn't going to be too long, and it's getting long. Intense energy, because this is someone who does not want you or someone to know this, But it's like, you have to know this so that you can make better decisions, right? And this is not like a lot of people like, oh, this is niching and stuff like that. No, bitch. Truth and clarity and justice comes in every form in terms of relationship, twin flames, soulmates, career, finances. Everything is interconnected. That's why I'm saying, like, everything that is going on in the world politically, it is connected to the spiritual world, whether we like to believe it or not. Especially when we're talking about twin flames, which makes people uncomfortable sometimes to hear the twin flames are revolutionary fighters. Most of them, they are liberators. They are outside the status quo completely. They know that they cannot stand that other people are suffering and going through torture, massacres, genocide. It's really difficult for these people to be okay with a system like this. If that makes you uncomfortable, you're not a twin flame. I know a lot of people, because twin flames is a mirror energy of Christ consciousness, who is an anarchist, who is anti-capitalist, who is very political in everything that he was doing. It's just that, Christianity whitewashing tried to whitewash this. Not a coincidence that commercial about power and some fucking old white fart colonizer telling you how you will lose if you don't know the game or how they play. But we know how they played, and it's very vile and dirty, right? And they don't like those things to be voiced or exposed or taught or educated to other people. It bothers them. Why? Because they know that eventually they're going to be stopped for their evil and vile things that they're doing that they know they shouldn't be doing to make money or gain money or something like that, in a really dirty, tight, disgusting way. And we know what those ways are. If you know Telegram, go check out my Telegram, press the pin, and it's clear as day. There's no confusion, it's all clarity, truth, and justice there. Demand injustice, because most of the stuff that you will see is that there are injustices, there are crimes, there are war crimes, and there's the evidence for you. And that's how it works. You bring evidence, and that's justice. And that's how it is in the spiritual realm too, for those who are like, oh, well, spirituality, I need to protect my peace, so I'm gonna walk away from helping other people survive genocide because that disturbs my peace. What? Get the fuck out of here. How brainwashed and disgusting, vile, and apathetic you think it's okay for you to be. You have normalized billionaires putting that dirty ass seed, that nasty ass crack or hole in your heart. You have let them do that. That's fucked up. A lot of us know we're not okay with that. And this is why I piss off a lot of people that, are doing fucked up shit, because Spirit demands that I speak true clarity and justice. That is my frequency. If you're not in that frequency, I'm gonna trigger the shit out of you. In a good way, I hope. To do something about your life and stop blaming other people and get into community, get into uniting, getting to know what your life purpose and attach to something and work on that. And everything else just falls into place. And yes, you're gonna have a lot of friction, a lot of resistance from the other party that does not want you to do those things, because it will benefit you and everyone else except them. They will go to fucking hell, purgatory, and they already are there. Their souls are already trapped. They're cursed as fuck. This is why they're leeches and parasite, and they need to be siphoning energy. Okay? Now, don't think that it's just billionaires and oligarchs and people and government and stuff like that. There's also patriarchy, men, there's a men epidemic, lonely epidemic, or whatever that is. Spirit keeps saying it's not an epidemic of loneliness. It's an epidemic of not holding themselves accountable and not wanting other people to hold them accountable and not wanting to stop their purgatory, predatory fetishes or obsessions or weird things that they think it's normal to do when it's not. It should be penalized, it should be condemned, it should be sanctioned, it should be a lot of the justice energy that a lot of people are like, I would love to be in law and stuff like that and know about laws. You should know your laws, you should educate yourself, you should go to Writer's Ebb, look at Bookshop. There's plenty of anti-racism books there and decolonization. I'm constantly adding, I'm gonna start adding one for 2026. because those are read already, and I like to read a lot. So this is why for me, I get really confused when people say like, oh, people don't read anymore. I'm like, why? It's so lovely. It's amazing. Why don't you want to read and write and and express yourself? Who benefits when you're not more enlightened and united with like everything? Because, you know, writing and creating, right, and reading is listening to the creation and understanding and creating a better understanding reality, not only for yourself but for other people. Why is that bad that you help other people, or they think that way, or they think differently after you have, you know, because you share knowledge and education? A lot of you, that's the fear too, right? Like your fear of being authentic and being yourself and being judged and be looking at a different way, big docs. We're watching that for what's happening to all pro-Palestine people who are against genocide. And honestly, that's an honor when, like, I know it's like really difficult too, because a lot of us, we lost everything last year. Like last year was not a good year. I don't know, for a lot of you, it just wasn't. It was good and also not good. And for a lot of people, it was not good a lot of times. And, you know, and then thinking that those things is normal and it's okay. Like, that's why it breaks my heart, because it's like, no, like everyone should have all the necessities that a human needs, and then use their immense labor and energy to sustain themselves and their community and their family and their lands and their people. And people should mind their own business, right? And not steal from other, right? So this is why it is really intense, the programming and conditioning and shedding that, right? So for a lot of you, I'm speaking with someone who is in the process or wants to be in the process. But first I have to make something very clear about, this is why I'm here actually. And I really have to go. Okay, I gotta go. Listen, whoever this is, this reading is, or energy that I will be reading, it's not for someone who is already married or someone who is already like with someone. If you are watching readings, I want to make this clear, because I know a lot of, like, you see a lot of in the tube and TikTok, there's always like, you know, takeovers and leave what doesn't, and there's not that addressing of that discernment that needs to be had. And this is why I'm 2025, I've been cutting that energy, where I don't want to attract, or that the message gets to be colluded or confused by someone who already, you made your bed, you stay there, right? You're married, you're not single, but you're acting single. You're watching someone that you always wish you had. Like, there's a lot of that energy in the collective. And it's really toxic and weird. And I was like, okay, why is it always in the energy? Why is it like acceptable? Because this is like a man patriarchy ego, like, well, so what? It's free. The internet is free and I can do whatever I want, right? And I can say or stalk or watch, stop their life, what they're doing with their family, or someone who they made a family, but they don't like them anymore. Or they don't never like them. They only got with them because of a materialistic thing. And this is where the political comes in. This is where I'm telling you, when a lot of you want to watch twin flames and stuff like that, there's a lot, and there's a lot to unpack. It's like an onion, and it's a lot of layers and a lot of, you know, and this is why for me, I'm like, okay, I don't think we should accept this behavior where if you are someone who, like, we should make it clear, like, you should watch readings or energy about people who are together, not watching readings and things where a person is single and is getting someone new or is getting good news that there's someone new. They should let you go, whoever you are, the past, who have hurt that person, who you now can't stop watching them. And that is energetically pulling them, manifesting them. You're constantly wishing for another person when you are in a relationship or committed to something that you know is fucking karmic, but you're too, coward to let it go? Here you go. Here goes the political part that a lot of you want to ignore. I'm here to remind you of that. Yeah. We need to address the elephant in the room, that it's political to try to own energetically a person without their consent. Yes, That, don't think women don't do it too, but I know the men who are in that lonely epidemic energy, spiritually, your energy is felt. And this is why I was like, wait, is it in my hemisphere, in my environment that because it is cheating. I don't want that shit here. You are cheating if you're in a committed relationship and you're watching single energy, twin flames. Oh, you're a twin flame now, but aren't you married or with a relationship with someone? But you don't want to be with them, really. Like, be honest with yourself, right? But why are you with them? You using them? Are they your cup holder? Are they just a person that you get your satisfaction, your financial stuff, but then you don't really, really love them? Like you really, and they're not even in that way compatible to physically.
On January 1st, we're starting AI challenge for people over 30. Disappear from social media.
Fuck AI. Fuck that shit. Listen. My energy right now is like I'm putting that in existence, that I don't support any of that shit of cheating, of being disloyal to anybody, even if it's a karmic. And even if they're cheating on you too, but even if you're in a polygamy, I don't give a fuck. You're a cheater, you're a predator, and you're sexually like weird. And somehow, somewhere, you have managed, you have learned. This is where I'm getting you shadow motherfucker. This is what you have learned through energy readings, by looking at energy readings when you're in the dark, right? In the bathroom, when nobody can see you, when your wife or husband cannot see you, right? And that's your little secret. Like wishing and thinking and dreaming and desiring another person. Let's talk about it. This is the political part, right? A lot of you don't want to hear it. You don't want to, but like I can't leave that person. Oh, really? Why? Do you want to know why? A lot of people is because this is why you fantasize and you wish and now you're like praying and you don't understand why, or you're wishing that person doesn't find another person better than you, right? Or more that they were destined to be with in the first place. This is why I feel like I have to pray against whoever watches reading for, like I feel like I have to protect the person who was hurt by you, who watches tarot readings and is committed to someone. It's weird. I feel like I have to be the big sister and could protect that person. So most of my prayers now is to protect not only my community and people, but also from predators and weird ass energy like you, who pretend that you're not caring about another person, that you are constantly manifesting. You're dreaming and doing weird shit. You even there's one image that's, I hope it's wrong, and please delete the motherfucking shit. There's someone who has created AI image of some of you, and watches tarot reading and stuff like that, and wishing that this person will say that to you. Like they live in a fantasy land. And this is someone who is in a committed relationship, or they're in a long-term relationship, or they're in a, medium, whatever relationship, whatever. They're not single. They're not emotionally available. They're karmic too. They don't like to hear that either. They are karmic. If they're with a karmic, they are already a karmic. So this is why a lot of you, please have high standards. Whoever I'm going to start speaking about after, I have to go. But there's a reason why I have to say this, because I knew they were going to forget, because patriarchy, energy, men, fucking pathetic, who's trying to normalize their cheating culture, which they call it different names now, polygamy or bisexual, I don't know what the fuck, whatever. It's cheating. It's just allowing narcissists cheating energy and normalizing and gaslighting, manipulate whoever doesn't want to be around a person like that. Like a lot of you know that internally in every possible way, you will never be that person that whoever you're wishing was with, right? Because you haven't done the work. You're not do not have self-control, you are addicted as fuck, or you're addicted to this person. Yeah, that's your little secret. And that's why a lot of people don't want real tarot readers to come in here, because we can also catch a lot of pedos, a lot of weird energy. We can tell their pattern, and that's a pattern. You have a pattern. You have an electrical magnetic field in the source, and some of us are catching and trying to like, it's like a weeds, you know, it's like come on, why are you here? If you're not happy, then let that go. If this trigger whoever watches this and you are thinking about leaving this relationship or whatever it is that you're doing, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's weird. Go get therapy, go healed or something. And you're constantly thinking about another person, which most of y'all is your partner. It was your divine partner. It was your destined partner. It's like a lot of you spit, you stampled on, you ghosted, you blocked, you mistreated your actual person that you were supposed to be, who will satisfy you in every possible way, and you know it. This is why you're here watching these readings, seeing if that person that you abandoned, you rejected, abandoned, and you let them go, right? Now, if you're a person who's single, who already let go of that fucking karmic shit, and you're watching readings to heal and understand this person and see how you can apologize and ask for forgiveness and all of that shit, then great, you can watch all you want, but do not for a fucking second think that you're gonna come to the fucking readings, and if that person is with a new person or decides to be with a new person and you try to fucking block it, I swear to God, I will fucking find you in the spirit world, and I will send my ancestors to go after you. You do not use my energy or my readings to fucking attack someone who is kind, who has a good heart, who heal fucking from you, who had to heal, who always heals multiple times, and somehow somewhere deep down they wish and wish that you come back or something like that, but they know that's dead. That's Aspire yogurt. Thank you, Spirit. Aspire yogurt. A lot of you're stuck with your Aspire yogurt. You chose the Aspire yogurt. Aspire yogurt, for those who don't eat yogurt, it's something that you're delicious, but it's inspired. So it's just a metaphor. I know if you don't like yogurt, it's fine. It's not for you. Or it's not for you. Whatever. But you know what I mean. I gotta go. If you want to, redemption. If you want to, and you genuinely want to be with a person with genuine good intentions, and you know that you have worked your ass off to be that person that person deserves, that you're watching fucking readings, then your intentions are pure, and I will read that energy and I will pick it up. And I will confirm that to you. But you have to think for a second that if you fucking think that you can lie into my energy, to my fucking face, that you're still with someone in the background, fucking whatever the fuck you're doing, the side piece, the whatever the fuck, or you have multiple, and you think that we're not gonna pick it up, you're fucking highly mistaken. Or that you're not some weird fucking pedo, sex predator motherfucker, we will catch you too. This is what a lot of this patriarchy motherfucking nasty ass energy who feel entitled to woman's body, to their energy, their spiritually energy, or also like their future or who they choose, that they can be better for themselves, for their life, for their lifetimes, that they can upgrade. What the fuck? Why? Because you're a man and because they should be with you? Why? Who says that? I have to go. But I want to make this very clear for whoever you are, whoever is the person that you think that this person, I don't know, like twin flames is very complicated. A lot of you, it's complicated because some of you, and it is complicated, some of you, your person is like in prison or for political reasons, for, you know, doing stuff, or others of you, they're working in laws, they're working in stuff in the background that they cannot, you know, and then they look at readings to see how you're doing and stuff like that. Like that's a genuine person, and they're single and available, but they are self-controlled and they don't want anybody else other than you. They're loyal to you, even though they're not with you. There's no contact, there is a separation, and that's the energy that I will read and I will try to read. But every time I catch that energy of someone who's already with someone and trying to look at this person who they left behind, who you should not, why? Stalking, watching them on stories and stuff like that. For a lot of you, you also are not, they don't know nothing about you, but they're learning from you for the content and stuff that you're doing if you are an educator or someone who speaks the truth and stuff like that, okay? But they don't really know about you, but every time you come online or you show up or something like that, or they see you or they work, I don't know, something like that, they get like, oh, okay, great. Like, you know, they get all these hopes up and stuff like that and forget that they're with someone already. Yeah. You are their person. For a lot of you, they fumbled the bag. They lost the opportunity. This is gone. This is too late. Now, you need to talk with Father God, because some of us will tell you when Father God said, when this person is ready, then maybe next lifetime. And you have to be okay with that. You have to accept that and surrender that. You can't be stuck in the twin flame stuff when you know that the person is with someone already. Fuck that. Move on with your life. Spirit is saying you have to move on with your life. And don't sabotage and stuff like that. Like, you have to, this is just a journey for higher consciousness. It's not the end all be all. Yes, it's a higher mission, intensely, and it's spiritual. It wakes you up and it makes you better, absolutely. But if it's only doing the work for you, which is you're grateful for that person for that, and then that's it, and they're not in the same values, moral frequency as you, they're not for you right now. And you have to be okay with that. And that person needs to be okay with that and stop monitoring, watching you, stalking you to see if you're gonna have a new person when they already committed to something, or they're committed full or whatever, and they're constantly fucking other people. They can't control themselves. They have a sex addiction. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. You know your morals, you know your standards, and you know that you're gonna pick up when this person is like, But you know also, Father, that's why Spirit keeps them away, because they know that they're your weakness, and you're the weakness too. Know your standard, know your values. You will not just fall into yourself for this person. And this person knows that too, that you shouldn't be doing that. That if you end up doing that, they're like, oh, like, right? They are attracted to you because of your standards and your values and your morals first, before your body. I know, men all physical. I know. I get it. The energy of twin is different. Absolutely. 343. I gotta go. Okay, I'm back. Yes. Here we go. I wasn't long for long. Keeping the thing because it's cold, okay? So yeah, have you ever seen the movie Jumanji? For some of you, have you ever seen it? Okay, you know, in Jumanji, and spoiler for those who haven't seen it, but you should have seen it by now. Like, it's awesome. You should watch it. There's a part in the game where before the people get to be kind of called into the game, they heard this like hum, like this like dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's how it feels for some of you when you get the call that it's not from this world. It's like, and you can't explain it. You can't. It's the same energy for twin flames, spiritual spouses or divine unions. They are very powerful for a reason, because your resistance, your inner power, your source comes from a higher, from another, right? So in order, and it's not like you're like, no, you're born here, you're human, you're a spirit, having a human experience. Now, your spirit, your soul, it's a little bit different in a good way, but it's being looked at as a something. And most of these are neurodivergent, right? People who have different ways of learning, ways of coping, or ways of who they are born to be, and free spirit usually, and you can categorize them. Yeah, this energy is very insisting, very demanding, or For some people will be clinging, or this is something that someone has a fear of being too clinging or being too like, Anyway, so what I was getting with the humming, the bum 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 bum, is what I hear with my tarot decks. That's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, for now on, I wanted to make that clear, and I hope that was clear, that what is it, Tico? He's not allowed in here. Why? Because I have an air mattress, and if he comes and claws his nails in it, no more mattress until then. And I'm waiting for my bed frame, my thing, but he has to wait. So he's very impatient, and it's really whining as if something bad is happening to him because he's not getting his way, because he wants his way. So some of you, your person has to control their energy or trying to control everything, very, very manipulative when they can, they want to. And this is going to give them some type of like confirmation as well. But it's unfortunate to tell them, but they get happy about that. But it's like, this is someone who does not take action. They live in fantasy land. Yes, it can be used in a weird way as well. Their superpowers and powers that they have. Ungrateful creatures, right? Yeah, they have a lot of privileges. They have a lot of patriarchy, misogyny, and women also too in this twin flame journey. That's why it's very difficult, because there's a lot of decolonization and anti-racism and going back into the past, even though some people don't like to dive into the past too much. But you learn things when you look back at certain behavior actions that, it's not right. And it's not giving any service to yourself or anybody else, right? So I'm not trying to judge or condemn the people that think that, you ending in a situation, because at the end of the day, a lot of you put yourself in situations where you know that you shouldn't be or haven't. And then for some of you have no choice or whatever you tell yourself. But there is a point where you become so unhappy and constantly depressed, but constantly in this mind tormentation of being in limbo kind of thing in your own mind, because you wish your soul knows that it's supposed to be somewhere else. Like it's already destined and predicted, and no matter what you do, you end up doing those things. But for some of you, you think that you have all the time in the world, because time is an illusion, I understand. But time also requires there's a certain action that creates a reaction, right? And there are times in the world that you're supposed to be doing something and you don't. And then that creates consequences. And then you get confirmations and anything when you start doing that action that spirit and your intuition is telling you it's the right thing to do, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Yeah. Doing things that also makes you uncomfortable, but also you learn through those things. You heal for some of you. Others of you, there's different ways of this type of healing, of tarot reading or shadow work, decolonization, whatever you want to call it. I'm not judging other people if they want to learn from others' experiences, even if they're married or not married. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have to take responsibility and understand that you are seeking the energy, the knowledge, the obtaining, in a way, information or knowledge spiritually about a person that you wish you had, or you wish you didn't leave behind, or is the one that got away kind of energy, or like, yeah, that energy, yes. I need to address this so I can discern it and get it off my energy here. So I need to dive into this reading of this person, energy, people. I don't know who you are. All I know is that I'm going to tap into that energy, but I wanted to tell you that the person that in the past left you behind and you went through ego death, a lot of you went through a lot of shit. This person, I don't know, they disrespect you, they did something, And no, I'm not talking about abusive situation, none of that. If not, that's something else, and you should stay away motherfucking away from people who are abusive to you in any form of way. Okay? Now, this is kind of difficult, and I'm being guided to guide other people, but also I'm guiding myself through that journey as well to understand why will anyone behave this way in a secret manner or hidden manner. This is why I am a high priestess. Let's just keep it for real. So when I dive into the things, it's kind of like understanding the pattern and kind of like saying like, it's kind of like a little bit, it's cheating. There's someone out there who, I don't know what your situation is, whoever you are, but I know that I hope that this made you click off this or stop watching energy readings or tarot, and like, you want that life that you wish so much to have, work for it. You work for it. And working for it is not just like comfortable and staying in situations that you know it strains your energy, leeches your energy, leeches your finances. There is ways to balance things. For some of you, you're intensely financially tied to this energy. You've done something that has tied you forever. And a lot of you think you can't get out, that is no, the option of co-parenting, it's not something, or for some of you, if you have kids with this person, but others of you is like, you do not have kids, but maybe that person that you wish you want has children already with, and they're single and beautiful and ready to mingle, and they are not aware of your, like, they are aware of your existence, but you completely shut them out. You completely, you're not talking to this person, right? Now, whoever this is, this energy, will look at readings like this and think like, oh, you see, they're still into me. They're still, okay, I still have them. Have this hope, like the star card energy I'm seeing in my third eye. But you're still attached to another person. You're having this fantasy world, let's call it, right? And this is when people call it situationships. This one. Yeah, I'm diving into this. I need to discern this. This is weird. And let's talk about it. Yeah, so I'm not trying to make this too long, but it looks like it might be. And it's always like that spirit has messages, and it's like testing people to see how far they will read my readings. Like how long they will stay. And I've noticed like, but he's like, yeah, that's the point. There's a lot of jokes or a lot of like all focus in love and healing, and but still being aware that you also have to deal with your own situation and your own personal lives, and also deal with what's going on in the world, like help out, like, yeah, you need to be more political. Yeah, you need to like care more. You need to call your MP more. You need to boycott. There's a lot of civil humanity thing that we need to be doing to like help other people, because it's like they're using our tax money for this. And you're aware of this. Like, you're watching that on my Telegram. If you look at it, it's mostly evidence there. And it's the truth, clarity, and that's my energy. I don't sugarcoat stuff, because there's not sugarcoating in the world out there. People who are suffering right now, who need clothing, surviving winter, they're blocking motherfucking aid. Like, that shit should like make you fucking rage. Blocking 37 humanitarian aids blocked because why? Because this is a form of genocide, by the way. This is a form of it. This is a tentacle that it needs to be blocked and rebuke. I don't know what the fuck. Sanction this motherfucking. The saddest part about this is that this is like a project for them. Europeans project, I guess, or wherever Zionist motherfucking started. It's clauses everywhere, and they don't want people talking about that. You're anti-Semitic if you talk about like how evil and vile that you see it every single day. You can look at my Telegram. Like, I'm so tired of, yeah, the truth is that horrific, and these people still entitled and thinking that, yeah, this is normalizing. They're trying so hard. The Patreons to lie to a lot of you.
They pay influencers. This is why the certain influencers, I'm 100% sure, I can't prove it yet, but I feel it and the energy is around. There is tarot reader influencers getting paid somewhere to spread propaganda, to talk about bullshit, and YouTube keeps them and pays them. I don't get paid by YouTube, by the way. YouTube took me out of it. Yeah, took me out of the paid program. Yeah, so that's why I say like, comment, share. You know, it helps energetically, but also I can pick up on energy and help you guys out. You know, giving back, using my gifts for truth, clarity, and justice. Even if other people, it makes them uncomfortable. Truth is separating. Writing, reading, and I read energy, so that's what I'm good at, and I'm going to continue doing that. But that's why I want to make it stop this 2026. That's my revolution. I don't want any men or women that if you are with someone already and you're watching this reading, like this reading is for a single person. It's to help a single person understand their world right now as they are discovering that they are twin flame energy. Like they have gifts. You have to use your gifts and talents. That's what you're here for. Whether it's in journalism, career, environment, climate change, revolutionary fighter, right? Twin flames are revolutionary fighters. I'm sorry, I need to make that clear. And this is why it's so rare and the enemy and empire. And this is why we're trying to tell you that it needs to be protection and unity and mutual aid and grassroots join and boycotting and talking with other people outside of this and build your own communities, talk to each other, support resistance, pay political prisoners their bail, go into the judicial, like, or go find their page or something like that. Like, there's people who are innocent that should not be. And no, we should not normalize that. Like, the people who are causing the genocide, right? They're free. They're doing whatever, they're partying, right? In a fucking island and stuff like that, and having a great time with our money, right? And in our faces, like, oh, we're gonna do this, which is fucking satanic and evil, okay? They need to, it's like to break the spirit of Palestinians, like suffering, like the worst condition, and also in Sudan, what's going on in Sudan. There's a report in my Telegram about that. In Congo, I have reposts here on my TikTok or IG broadcast. I post a lot there on my broadcast. You can join so you won't miss anything, and you will have the information in your hand, in your phone, in your fucking face every day. That's what we're doing, most of us, and we're trying to integrate what we're good at to expose the truth and clarity and justice as well. This energy is like felt in every possible way, and it's shedding and it's working. In prayers and intuition, meditation going on. Right now, it started at midnight, so you can join if you want. It's a global collective prayer meditation of breaking the empire oppression, ending slavery and poverty and homelessness. No more capitalism, just socialism, just change. Protection for, free healthcare, free shelter, free, like, but it has to be, like, manifested within. And then you manifest it for yourself and you manifest for others. Family Millennium Tree to check out. Now, this is why this reading is for a single person, because there's a new energy, new love, or this new love, believe it or not, is this twin flame energy. Is this person from the past. And yes, they did hurt you. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it for real. They did. They caused ego death. When someone causes you ego death, you go through a really dark abyss stuff, and there's no one really there to help you other than Father God, Gaia, whatever you wanted to call it, your source, and it's always there. And then you went to the Death Reaper energy, right? You have to give that coin. A lot of you are like, yo, what do you mean? I'm trying to explain it to you some way and spiritually, but that's not really how it happens, but it kind of is. And then you go through this process where spirit and that reaper energy is guiding you to regenerate or shed. That's what the year 2025 is, which is why like it didn't feel right. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening there. A lot of people lost a lot of things, because you're sending up the truth and you're doing the right thing, and there's jealous, envious energy who have power but not really, and they're pathetic, parasitic energy. They're jealous and envious of you exposing them or educating other people about their evil, fucked up shit that they do. Some of you, if twin flames, usually are very intuitive and see us. And they not necessarily need tarot cards or anything like that. They will get either dreams or everything possibly communication-wise. It will happen for these divine beings. They are here to liberate. They're here to, but then they live in an oppressive system, so they don't understand that they have to get out of their oppressive system within themselves, from within, and then act out. But it has to be consciously connected to the divine, to what next steps you need to do. Some of you will take matters into your own hand and be like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then you end up fucking up the shit. So learning to have self-control and listen to your intuition, it's nurturing that muscle. You're constantly nurturing this muscle. I'm nurturing this muscle right now while I'm picking up channeling and the message that I need to be given to whoever needs to hear it. But I also have to give the message to the person who should not be here, because you're somehow somewhere blocking the blessing of this person who is single and beautiful and ready to mingle, but you're not. You want to be there, you start dismantling the other thing, work on the other thing, and then you can come back here. But if not, you're just watching just to like wish and pray that this person doesn't meet this new person, and you just in your own rage and misery, because misery loves misery, right? Or hurt people. So somehow, somewhere, you're jealous, envious energy because you're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be, but you can get out. Stop making excuses. It's weird. Again, I gotta go, and it's always like this energy is like I'm always have to like rush and like it's not a good energy, whoever you are, okay? And you don't like to be read, so get out of here. Why are you here? Why are you watching? You know what I'm saying? Then you go and watch other tarot readers because you can, right? But the other tarot readers are fucking obsessed with like subscribers and views and shit and blah 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 and the twin flame and whatever the fuck lies. There's a bunch of they're not. Anyways, to each your own. Some of them make finances like that. They make money like that. And no offense to but it's just like be truthful with other people. It's like, is this message coming from a genuine point of view where spirit's literally guiding you the whole way and telling you like, okay, even you still have to do stuff for other people and stuff like that, and pay your bills and stuff like that. You live in a system of oppression. You have to, and no, I'm not saying like, oh, you need money, like idolizing fucking money. Money is an energy, and once you understand that shit, you will understand. But then I don't want to say that I know everything, because I'm still like struggling to find my way too. But also like somehow, some reason, God sends me angels and like help me so that I can continue doing. And a lot of you, when you stand up to that and when you do those things, you'll see it happening. Like you will be okay, but you have to believe that. You have to be thankful. It's a routine. It's a bond. It's a nurturing bond. It's a habit or something. Like you're constantly connected and you love your spirit guides, your ancestors, your archangels. Some of you feel it. Like, okay, last night when I was talking about Isis, for example, the goddess, okay, I felt someone hug me. I swear, I was like, you see me in the video, like, I was like, wait, what? Like, I felt warm, like someone, like, when someone hug you in the spirit, loca, like, who ever did that? Thank you, it was so nice. But yeah, and it was live, in the fucking live. And I was talking about goddess Isis, and I was saying that, yeah, this is divine feminine energy. Someone feels threatened about this divine feminine energy being too feminine or being too much or being more than other people. give a shit. So we're standing in true clarity and justice. Something that some men or women, there's women with masculine energy too, okay? Like, this stuff pissed them off. Like, to know that other people know their business or know, like, and then this is another thing where I'm like, okay, so you also have this energy in the background who likes to watch readings, and it's a bit karmic because if you're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be, please reach authorities, reach whatever the hell. Do not stay stuck in situations that are toxic or abusive, or maybe you are the toxic and abuser. Get the fuck off my energy. Fuck. Ugh. Yes, you have to have standards of the energy that you're reading and also respect other energies that don't want to be read. I know that's decolonization. You have to respect and have sovereignty for the spirits that you're reading. Yeah. A lot of you don't want to hold that accountability in that way. Like, oh, but it's energy. I'm good at it. Like, it's my gift. I can do what I want, right? Okay. Well, spirits say, sure, you can do what you want, but don't try to stay in a situation that you know that it's not good for the reader or the person to listen to. Like, a lot of you have to be truthful with yourself. Yeah, I will not be silenced. I will not. And this is an energy that wants you to be quiet for some of you. They have to work on their shadow, their inner demons. Very jealous as well, possessive. But it's like, what rights do you get to feel that you should have ownership or entitlement of someone's energy without their consent? Yeah, there's that, the spiritual one, that this is like, maybe this energy is trying to normalize it. It's predatory. It's really like, you don't own, like, that's not how it works. There's someone constantly doing love spells, and a lot of you are like, oh, who cares, like, that doesn't work. Okay, it does not work, but it causes a lot of damage for the person who is doing the love spells, that knows they shouldn't be doing that, right? You're trying to control and manipulate a person. You're trying to mess with their mind. You're trying to block their love life of whoever comes, who's supposed to be. Like, a lot of you don't understand the single person that I'm gonna read eventually. Wow, this is long. But it's channeling, and I'm channeling at the same time, and sorry if I'm talking too fast. But this is that energy where a lot of you have to, like, whoa, like, wait, what? Some of you, they want you to be looking at readings constantly about them coming back and you waiting for them and it's okay and blah, blah, blah. Pay attention to that. Like, why? Who's saying that? Who's putting that in this fucking energy and tarot reading and stuff like that? Is that some form of colonization and, trying misogyny, patriarchy, and trying to control women spiritually through fucking tarot? This men, they think they're slick. They think that we don't know that they're the primary people who are doing weird ass shit in the energies to other women. If they cannot do it physically, they'll do it like spiritually, they'll do it. And that's why I'm like, is that what I pick up most of the time? Yes. This is stuff that is hidden, is silent, and they don't want people to know, but it's like, it's really addicted to do it, because especially sometimes it does make the feminine, or it gets to you because it's that many, it's that much, they do it that much during the day or nighttime. Yeah, there's some weird energy, right, that doesn't want to take accountability. For some of you, I'm speaking to someone who's like, your ex is doing this, but it's like in the background, like, you don't know, they don't want people to know that they're doing this, is to like block your love life or your finances or your speaking up or something that you're doing that is like helping people or helping others or something like that, and they hate that. A lot of you is jealous, envious, like they're very jealous and envious, and not in like, oh, I wish they had me back, or I mean, some of them, they know they fumbled the bag, like they fucked up, like they will never, right? Others of you, this energy, it's just, there's a lot to unpack in one, like reading things, which is why like I go in acronyms for this, because this energy are so strong, but also they're ancient and they have a purpose, and they have this energy. It is very felt, and not everybody can read it, but the more you're decolonized, the more you understand in the world, and you try your best to do the best you can to help out, to change systems, then that is a good thing. Yeah, so you can do balance, and that's the energy. Spiritually, materialistic, you have to balance both of them. And it's, for some people, yes, it's very hard if you're not doing the work, the decolonization. Read the motherfucking books. Read the books. writersyep.com. My website has been there for like, it's going to be a decade soon. I have blogs, I have bookshop. You go in the bookshop. Anti-racism, like you have to educate yourself. Please do the opposite of what oppressors don't want you to do. You need to, why do you think they're trying to raise the knowledge and education and the funding stuff and doing weird ass shit and privatization of like healthcare? For what? Who benefits from that? Not the working class or the people or poor people or homeless people who are already, they have to fix that situation. You should not have homelessness and poverty in a society like this. Rich society. Let's keep it for real. I don't want to edit this for too long, so this is why it's like really difficult to like, but I like the setting for now for this, and I like that it increments it into 10 minutes for now. But not that I like to use this thing, so I wish I had like the tools on my own and do it my own way and publish in my own way. But anyways, I hope that's clear. It took, I don't know how long, it's probably really long to, I'm unpacking the patriarchy energy. Yes. The patriarchy energy of creating, like staying in insecurity or being insecure, or, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, it causes harm eventually. It's kind of violent to be ignorant. Oh. I have to go. Especially when it's a good one, when it's something that is like, you need to know, but there's always something, right? Trying to block it or delay it. This message, so hard to deliver. It took, like, I felt it on New Year's Eve. This person wanted to, like, who's kissing you that day, or who you're kissing, or something like that. A lot of you, you're like, pass out, like you were sleeping for some of you. Obviously, you were doing the meditation that you were guided to, and it was great. You felt the power of Iowa or God, or like you just felt that you weren't alone, really, even though you were in the physical, but in the spirit you were not. There was a lot going on, and then you feel this energy. For some of you, you feel taboo, or, and this is not to feed that or anything like that, but third party situation on reverse, right? And a lot of you, I understand that a lot of you want to hear those things. You wish you hear that for some of you, many years, 2 years, 4 years, a couple months. For some of you, early in this journey, but this is a very intense journey because you're kind of uncertain. You trigger each other, but you love each other, but you trigger the shit. And the jealousy and envy, yes, is normal, but doesn't need to be there. They need to assess that for themselves. And so do you if you're jealous and envious of something or whatever. But for some of you that I'm speaking to, you're not. You really don't. You're not. This is why it's weird to read your energy, because you, first of all, the energy that that I'm tapping into, it's very high vibration, and it's not, everybody can read this, but it's meant for the person that needs to hear it at a certain specific time and place. 333 when I'm saying this. Oh, and it's 3 on the clock here. Oh. Magical. And we're vibing about it with this deck. So let's dive. Okay, so this is someone, the energy that I want to tap into is like new, right? So this is what bothers whoever watches this reading that are with someone that you should just like, please. But that too is like, a lot of you don't go for someone who's already in a relationship or like, yeah, don't do that. Just there's, even if, yes, Spirit says that you're a twin flame or whatever, it's like, but they're not. And don't try to break the relationship, just you walk away. You let that, do not let this person's burden, garbage and fucking burdens with whatever karmic situation, giving it to you to nurture them and cuddle them, and like, at the end, some of you don't get any reciprocity. You don't get nothing. There's just using you. Do not let your own twin flame use you. This is not about that. And I'm not saying, because that's the thing, is like when they do things of low vibration, I already categorize them as like, oh, you see they're karmics or twin flame, like it's this twin flame energy is blah, blah, blah. No, there's people who are prophets and righteous people that have done fucked up shit too. And that is scripture everywhere. If you are that religion or you need the religion to confirm things for you. Again, this is someone that could be in a kind of like a doctrine, kind of cult, coven thing, and they don't know how to get out of there, but they want to so bad because you inspire them, because you a lot of you bring that light. You just like, you inspire, you give this person hope that they can get out of a situation that they don't want to live the rest of their life, first of all. Some of you, they got into a relationship or a situation. Not that I'm giving an excuse for this motherfucker or motherfucker, girl. Okay, no excuse for you either. No, there's no excuse. You're using a person to satisfy a need, lustful need, but they are not really giving that bad. You decide to stay or be in this energy because this person financially helps you, like you help stability or something like that. And a lot of people choose that. And no, I know there's no shame in this. Like a lot of us are struggling financially and dealing with fucked up shit, but you don't have to deal with certain things. And this is what this energy, the karmic, it knows that this person can be on their own or be single and be with this person, that this karmic, and again, this is why it's karmic, because like this karmic knows about this, your karmic in the past or whoever was supposed to be divine person, but it's not right now because it's like really intense. So it could be this lifetime or the next lifetime. So a lot of you, if you end up listening to this and you know it's not this lifetime for sure, hell no, because they are not committed or you're right, move on. Go find somebody else. Go read all their energies. They're not your twin if they're in a committed relationship or they're with someone. And it doesn't make it okay that they're looking at readings or trying to find you or stalk you or watch you and you're like trying to find, like you're there with this energy. A lot of you're not in this energy, or they thought, or someone said that, or someone is trying to predict that. Like, this is someone who believe a lot of lies of other people lying about you, but it turns out that they were all lying because they were jealous. Others of you, some of their friends were attracted to you, so they were thinking that they will have a chance if they lie about you to this person. This person was really naive, or still is, to be honest. If you really know who I was and how I felt, you may not love me anymore. I'm afraid you'll reject me if I show you who I really am. A lot of you don't give a shit. Like, okay, this is... No. Unsure of who or where they're at in life. Wear a mask to hide their feelings and fear of rejection. So this person has the rejection spirit because they rejected the divine feminine energy. That's why they're in karmic veil. Yeah, no. They stumble on the person, the gift, the blessing that they pray for or they wish for, and they treat it like shit. And this person had to heal and go through ego death on their own, and they didn't use anybody. Maybe they had a relationship or not. Some people, they just stay single. They'd rather be single. They'd rather just work on themselves. They're not in this energy of lustful or seeking validation. They don't care about those things. So frequency wise, you are different than this person. So you're not even in the same frequency or level or values even. Because a lot of you, they know, like, you will never look at them if you know that they're married or with someone or something like that. Some of you, they kept that a secret because it's fine, because we're just using the person for money, right? Like, it's not real love or anything like that. Like, they make excuses about that, about infidelity. So this is why a lot of you are tired of that and you don't want to be with a person like that. So this is the rejection energy. And you're right to reject that. That's a boundary. That's okay to be like, no, I don't want to be with someone who cheats, who is disloyal, who is not honest, who is not upfront with the person and be like, I'm not into you like that, like, and actually be with whoever they're supposed to be. But a lot of you, it's like, it's Inspire Yoga. I keep saying Inspire Yoga. I gotta go. But this person is gonna see this and they're gonna be like, oh, Inspire Yoga. Like, maybe this is someone who like Inspire Yoga or had that realization of like losing their gift or divine inheritance, everything. This is harsh. This is someone's karma. This is why it's so hard. It's like, I understand you, but I don't want to, like, I don't sympathize with you. Like, you hurt the person that you actually love. Why? Because you have unhealed trauma, because your mommy and daddy didn't, like, you know, or cosmic love. Yeah, this is connected in the 5D, regardless if disconnected in the 3D. These people are constantly connecting, even if they're separated or not. That's why it's like, for people to understand twin flame, this is why they can be in places that need some correction and justice and stuff like that, and they will be there either alone or with a partner, karmic or whatever, but they get business done. They get things done. And most of them get things done too. Intense or strong feelings that they feel are everlasting, powerful, or otherwise indescribable. They can because it's that potent, it's that intense. So even though we're not together, we're connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. When I'm awake, I think of you. I am able to feel you as if you're physically here. And this happens whether they see you online or not, or see you in person. It doesn't matter. This person is constantly. But yeah, they also are human too. They're not this superpower, spiritual, like, energy. Like, yeah, they have superpowers, but like, just like you, kind of. And superpower, I mean, like, I don't know, courage, brave, speak the truth, work righteously, ethically, do things morally, not hurt anybody, you know, like, for real. Dynamic of the soul. I told you, one of you are triggered, the dynamic of the soul of the other. And this is why it's difficult for this energy to, like, try to come back. This is why I don't want people who are still in karmic motherfucking relationship to tap into this fucking energy. Yeah, no, sorry. No, not sorry. No, sorry, not sorry. Like, you need to go to your dark night of the soul and have alone time. Be okay with singleness and, like, know what, like, cheating is not a fucking flex. A lot of you, this person, they feel bad because they've been cheating with their twin flames, but in their cosmic love energy that they have access to. Twin flames have access to that. Is used as kind of like a spiritual weapon energetically. So twin flames are kind of like, yeah, they can communicate in their mind constantly, all the time. But once they heal, they work on themselves, they're not looking for, you know, like, see, enhanced awareness of identity, an extremely difficult and painful period. They went through that personal and deep development of oneself, or you guys did. And this person now is doing that, or they haven't done it, or they haven't even, like, That's why I'm like, no, I don't encourage, like, if this person is still with the karmic, they need to stay there, and you need to move on with new love, okay? New love could be even yourself, self-love. And it's very beautiful to have your own relationship with yourself, or spirit, or Gaia, or I'm telling you, you won't feel lonely or feel like, sometimes, yeah, you'll feel like, but other times, like, no, you always have something to do, to work on. So I don't know. That's why it's like there's a lot of life purposes needed in political spectrums that we need everyone on deck to help a lot of people. So like that will occupy a lot of your mind and spirit and everything. And also will nurture your empathy, it will nurture your truth and discernment, and it will save you from a lot of fucked up shit if you maintain that energy. This is why a system that a lot of you don't need to work to discredit people, lie or cheat or do all this weird ass stuff to get money. It's really hard for other people who are doing this fucked up shit, who know they are criminals, they're siphoning or stealing or doing genocide to get money, and then they get jealous of all those of you who don't have to do those things to attain stability. And they try to discredit you, they try to tamper you. This is why a lot of twin flames go through a lot of fucked up shit that politically, let's say, yeah. Because they also, that too is like, they end up staying in situations where they know they shouldn't, and they know that there's a karmic energy, there's a karmic lesson that they have to learn. And then Aspire Yoga energy is like, they stay with the Aspire Yoga, and it's like the worst. It's always painful and suffering, and they cause their own suffering because they decide to stay there. So that's why a lot of us who are seers or guides or whatever to help these people out, most of you are twin flames, but you're not going to be with that person this lifetime, for example, or yes or no, it doesn't matter. You're always connected to this person, but you not accept disrespect. You do not accept cheating, disloyalty and stuff like that. You laid your bed, you stay there. A lot of you're content just by yourself, and if you want to date, great, or not, that's fine too. Like, who cares? It's your body, it's your life, it's your sovereignty. You do what you want. It's nobody's business what you do sexually or anything like that. That's not of their fucking business. That's control and manipulation, and someone wants to constantly know. A lot of you, they love for some of you that you are single and celibate and you're not interested. Like, there's so many fucking dusty ass dicks men right now that you just like, ugh. Right? Yeah. They love that, right? But unconsciously or subconsciously, they're wishing this so that they think that they have a shot. For some of them who are still in connections that they know it should be over by now. But for some of them, the excuse is like they have a crazy psycho karmic, and like, making excuses. For some of you, the karmic watches you as well. They know about you. Sometimes they even admire you. Some of you, they are the cause of the dark night of the soul because they've done so many spell work to block this shit. You from this person, for some of you. And that is true. That happens in readings. You see it all the time. That is very true. Third parties get so obsessive and possessive and disgusting with the token or their toy that they want to like play for their time or their day. Like very narcissistic energy. But they also don't want this person to be happy with anybody else. So if they're not happy with him, or if they're not, like, this is someone who, like, no, if they're not with me, then they're not going to be with anybody. Even though this person's not even happy also with this person. Like, this person cheats on this person. There's a lot of cheating and disloyal. And then this person makes it okay to look at you, but they're loyal to the wrong cause, right? But they feel that they cheated on this person because spiritually, they never wanted to be with this energy. They never. And for some of you, they are already in separation or healing from that. Ghosting. The third party. But this, like, it's in reverse. They're gonna, if they come in line and say that they ghosted, that they blocked this person, this third party, they didn't. For some of you, they ghosted you for a third party. Right? And that's the dark night of the soul, the healing and stuff. Because for a lot of you, you don't understand, like, why do you like toxicity like that? Like, some of them get addicted to toxic behavior and trauma, and they're stuck in PTSD, or addictions, and makes them they believe other people who lie about you. They believe rumors, or they make rumors as well, or they've done something. There's something culturally and stuff like that, or religiously or something, that they are different than you. And now they're learning that those things don't really matter, because now it's like they cannot live with themselves. The regret is that intense of like, I let go of my everything for this shit, and they want to get out. For some of them, some of you, if they get out, great. That's not your bit. Like, they have to heal. Do not take dusty ass energy, crusty, dusty. Nah. Anyways, the third party situation, a lot of you, they put you in a third party situation. You were the priority or whatever, or some of you, you're not. You came afterwards when they met this weird ass energy who was very, I don't know, not making excuses, but a lot of you, this is the why I'm reading this past energy, that should not be reading energies or reading your energy. But now you're aware that they are, so this is your confirmation, like they are looking into your energy. They're looking at your pictures, they're pulling on your energy, but this is why I get pissed off. Like, I don't want some motherfucker who is still with a karmic attached, or whatever karmic it is. It doesn't have to be a partner. It could be a fucking friend who is fucking psycho. It could be a fucking family member who is psychopath and sadist or narcissist, who is maybe jealous of whoever you are and they want to cause you harm. So this person is aware and they're staying away from you because they have some crazy psycho who wants to harm you. So they are preventing harm or damage to you by staying away from you. Right? That's very courageous. Yeah, okay. They can stay away from those people too, and that protects you too, right? But yeah, look, they're watching because like the seed that they planted, whatever that is, it's tinted damage is fucking weird. Now they want to come back to you after they like rejected or neglected or abandoned their blessing or whatever, which it was you. Mira, divine masculine. Okay. Are they in a divine thing energy? We will see. That's the energy. But they wanted to, for others of you, the single energy I'm getting out of this is that this person is single and available, and this is what the past entail. And then we're reading the energy of karmic energy, whatever interference is someone from the past that doesn't want to let this person go. They are constantly tapping into tarot and energy and trying to block the new them with you. So in the past, you might not recognize this person when they come back. So this is a new energy, a new revealed person. And maybe, yeah, they reinvented themselves for some of you. Others of you, they didn't. They just find who they want to be and who's their unique essence, which is what was being blocked and tampered, and a lot of spell work. And not just spell work, there's a lot of gossip, there's a lot of mentioning words and stuff. This is someone who like really admires you, but they could be like involved in some type of cult coven or something, or some type of doctrine or something that maybe they don't even believe in divorce or something like that, or co-parenting. And this is something that this person had to like overcome, for example. This is just an example, but something that they have to like overcome and like push away or create boundaries to get back into this, like, no, I'm in love with this person, I want to be with this person, and I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. This person made me happy, and I feel joy, and I feel really good, and I want to be myself. And this is really good energy, really healing energy, very powerful, and it can change a lot of shit when this person start loving themselves and like maybe spend a little time single. For some of you, they have self-control even with you, because you like are very adventurous and very delicious. So for a lot of you, they know that you're single or that you haven't dated or you feel it or they hope so. But this is someone who is single and not with anybody. They could have dated other people, but it's like they always felt guilty. Even though they're single and you're single, it's just that they're not talking to you in contact, but they're somehow, they don't understand why, but they feel loyal to you. Now, for others of you, this energy could be a new person that admires you or secret admirer, and this is the energy where I'm trying to protect from whoever in the past could have been that person, could have been that new person, could have let go of karmic energy, could have like, you know, get their shit together and like, could have been those things. That's the new energy that this person will hear on tarot readings or your tarot readings for some of you if you resonate with this. And they will be like, feel some type of way and trying to block it or trying to wish about it, whatever. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm praying against that fucking loser, pathetic. Could be a male or female. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If place the roles where it needs to be placed. Okay? Yeah. So this is why I do this energy and it's really difficult to do this energy. And now it's that too. It's like I have to do it, but I have to go and then I'll be back. Yeah, there's 555. Critical junctures. Okay, wow. Taking a big leap of faith, major decision affecting the outcome, turning points that alter the course of evolution of the connection. So something is shifting, either within this person or yourself. There's a lot of admiration, a lot of appreciation, and a lot of like really unconditional and true love. Like it's overwhelming too because this is why this person, like, I don't know, not giving an excuse, but there is you're gonna understand when they tell you their story, because they have to, and they know that you're going to assess them like a criminal. Yes, you should be doing that. Yes, you're gonna have that conversation and you're going to you're gonna investigate this person. You're going to discern and assess this person. Yes, even though the universe and God and everything, yes, even God is saying, hey, I taught you well. You know how to spot people with weird, evil intentions and not genuine and not truthful yet. Because it will happen. You will be tested by this person who is done karmic energy. And you have to be very assertive. You have to be very like, no, stand your ground. You stand your boundaries. It's even like, it's more attractive too. Like, why would you be with someone who's already like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, that cheating culture, that sex culture, whatever the fuck they're doing, I don't understand and I don't need to understand. I don't want to. It's like filthy. So this is why this person feels that you're going to feel the filthiness. They know, they feel your energy. They know you've been with nobody. Like, you're a good person. Whoever I'm speaking to. All those of you you've dated, it's fine. Yo, live your life. This is why I was like, you're going to stop your life for this motherfucker who continue having all kinds of encounters with different Jezebels, obviously, and stay in karmic field and not heal and not work on themselves, not cleanse their fucking energy, all those demons. But they expect you. A lot of you, you've done that work. You've been like cleansed. You do what you want, man. Doesn't matter how you do it. Cleanse your energy and that's it. Know how to cleanse your energy. I'm not here blocking anybody's female or male parts. If you want to do your talk to spirit, he'll tell you like, okay, you need to. Yeah. And it's healthy and they find you healthy. You take care of business. For some of you have chosen not to do that. For a lot of you, I'm speaking to a lot of majority of you that you decided like, fuck that. It's a lot of filthy fucking energy right now. A lot of people fucking each other. Weird ass energy that I don't know what the fuck. The lonely epidemic. I will never understand that energy. What do you do when you're in that situation? Like, do you get up and help humanity or the planet and stuff like that? Or like, there's so much to do. This is why I'm like, you don't believe in politics and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, because you don't want to do the fucking work. Oh, lonely epidemic. Fuck patriarchy. A lot of you get away with a lot of fucking bullshit. Listen, I know now I have control of my life. No one is holding me captive and no one is controlling my circumstances. I recognize the power of my free will and now I choose to be happy. That's their energy right now. But it can shift. It's energy, it's fluid and shifting and stuff like that. Me, I like to look at the positive side. I know a lot of you like that. But you also have to look at the shadow because the shadow brings, that's where decolonization happens, is brings gems that you will never find when you're uncomfortable and you're getting what you want, let's just say, right? And then you're diving into that. That's what this person had to understand, that you're causing some type of harm thinking that it's okay, but it's not, right? And they have caused pain and damage in the past to you by some type of disrespect, something that it was just like, what the fuck, you didn't need to do that. And this is an energy where like I have to hurt what I love, which is really weird. So it comes from like parenting or history, whatever trauma thing that they need to work on, that they are not wanting to work on. But a lot of you already did that work, or you're still doing that work, shadow work, like you really are you really are doing that. I have to go. Yeah, a lot of you are breaking barriers. Like this person watches you. Like when I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as if I won the best prize of all. You're exactly what I need and want in my life. But it's in reverse. Like this person, for some of you, they think that you're unfulfilled or they will not fulfill. This is the insecurity as well. This is why it's good to know, like, and this person has a disability. She has one leg, and she's still going, like, for some of you. And that's not just a disability. If anything, that makes you stronger, okay? So realizing the truth with the understanding, you must push forward with the connection. Removing obstacles that resulted in cultural differences, family situations, or sexual orientation for some of you. So for 41 could be significant. It says there are so many barriers stopping us from being together. I'm trying my best to become a better person so I can knock down the walls for you and eventually with you. So this is a lot of internal work. And this person is gaining that confidence because I feel like they were in a coward, karmic energy, low, and then they're evolving and trying to like do this the right way, because there's the way that like spirit or like they're understanding this, they're connecting the dots. This is gonna freak out the fucking karmics. Whoever karmics, you know who you are. But this is either a new energy or this new person from the past that is like renewed and has been single for a while, and they want what they want. They know what they want. They know that this is the person. And yes, it is a twin energy. This is very powerful people. They don't give a fuck about money. They don't give a fuck about fame. They want a better community world. And yeah, this is definitely why I see why entities, empires, community, organizations who are toxic as fuck want to keep these two separated, because it's like equality, justice, balance. Their energy requires that, demands that. So very powerful. Thank you for allowing me to read you. I will do my best, but hopefully we block the other energy that needs to be healing, whatever, with whoever it is. They lost the opportunity there, especially if they even more if they still stay with this energy and they haven't speak to you, or they are losing every single day this, but it's for a purpose. Yeah, it's like a magical, a lot of you are magic. Okay, so maybe the last thing, I just want to make sure that judgment. Oh my god, 8 of swords, like of swords. Yeah, they feel like you're gonna ghost them and walk away, because yeah, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know if they are in a third party. with a family and everything, or the family separated you guys or try to slow down this energy, and you're very guarded, you're not trusting this person. Of course, you should be. This is a righteous thing. This person has just waited for what? Like, there's a lot of like Empress, okay? That's you resting, and you know the truth. Like, a lot of you're understanding the truth. Like, you feel this energy because they're like really stuck. For some of you, others of you, they're stuck in their mind, karmic, the message, how they're reaping what they're sowing. Like, this is intense judgment. They know that they are caused this on themselves. Okay, so we have awareness here. They want, this is long term. This is not short term. This is not, but they fear this. They have a fear of this third party, for example. Because they fear someone. There's a lot of fears here. And the devil is eating it up. But they want to tell you this. They should. There's communication here. It needs to be communication. This person is not communicating, and this is why, like, because they feel guilty or some type of way, like their guilt is eating them up. There's some of them, they did weird love spells. They know shouldn't be doing that shit. They also know whoever this karmic energy is did that to them, and they're realizing that. They're like, fuck, disgusting. So they feel trapped in this, and they call in judgment. For some of you, they're calling judgment to these third party, like, you're fucking disgusting. They found something, evidence. It's always like that. Spirit will always show that, yeah, there's no, they don't want this energy. They don't love this energy. Yeah, they know this person fucked them over to end or slow them down, to keep them in, that this is someone who feeds off them. This is parasitic energy. They know it. They know that they have to walk away, but they're slow to walk away. Or they did already. Because, like, they know that the Ten of Cups is leaving. This is what they thought that they were going to have with this third party. No, this third party is collaborating to block them, to keep them away from you and stuff like that. And we were really, really weird, toxic. This is someone who, like, could have made believe this person that they wanted to be with them or something like that, or they did something to them, trying to break them, break their spirit, right? Or create ways, like, for some of you, yeah, there's a lot of block, love spells, energy, especially if this person is healing and working on themselves, or they're single and they're not colluding their energy with other karmics and stuff. They're able to heal. Yeah. And that's their justice. They know it's their justice. They can bring their own justice. They have to. It's balance. Most of you, they want to bring you justice. Whatever you already, like, you got your justice. What do you mean? You're good. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, dreaming, thinking, constantly in their mind about acting foolish, or they feel like they think so much about. I feel like this person knows you're right, especially if you're intuitive or you're reader. Yeah, they ghosted you. But a lot of you, they're now intercepting. They're looking within themselves, like, why did I do that? Like, a lot of confusion. There's a lot of pay work here. A lot. For some of you, they could be looking at readings to understand why did they fall for this energy, why did they went through that, and why did they allow themselves to, like, not love themselves and be with people who are fucking toxic and abusive and always makes them feel like PTSD, or, yeah, there's no excuse, but this person knows that they were toxic, but they're not now. The devil in reverse. They're not now. And this is the fear of every fucking karmics right now, and this is why we're going to give you the good juice, the good tea, okay?